first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Check.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brissett. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. T.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. On 3rd down, Brissett. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he can put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Blue 60. 53. Hey. Alert. Switch.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Anything moves, we hit it.
McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
20. Ready. 280. Strong left.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the ground, McCaffrey. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's got his target. That's more. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 42.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Now a run with McCaffrey. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Stafford now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
Lady! I got one. Hurry! Hey, switch gears.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. We're scoreless after 1. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Stafford. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
Sounds like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Brissett. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. T.J. Watt in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Brissett sets to throw it. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Watch the screen. And middle. Shoot.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they're on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. This is McCaffrey. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run with McCaffrey. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Double right. Check 31, check 31. Shoot, watch the shoot. Hey, watch it.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
They actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Open man is Samuel, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
Come on, fellas. Set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Deuce. 11 flat. 11. Bang. 59. Watch the shift.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Come to my world. Tight dog.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
59. 53.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Let's go. Hands move.
3rd and long, it's Stafford. He's going to look deep for more. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
We got to step it up.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
Make no mistake about it, that's a really dangerous place to run that play. But the way that they're spreading the defense horizontally, you've got to think that as the game goes on, they'll find opportunities vertically downfield as well.
A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
53, ready. 6 guys, check 6 guys. Check, Lucky, pilot, 64, weak. Check, 70.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off right around the 43. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position of throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
From the 25 on second down, Stafford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check.
Out of the gun, Brissett. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant. Mike, 53. Mike. Down to lose one.
Here's Brissett. He's got Smith here. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Well, he's going to go for it all. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
The Panthers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Again, it's Cook. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Brissett now. The catch made by Miller. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Brissett now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To throw, Brissett. Going deep this time for Miller. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey, 76 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing. Brissett. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Brissett. It's caught. It's Miller. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Brissett on first down. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Scott Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now a give, right side, McCaffrey. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And to give this time to the tailback. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Check 43.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Check 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Fights through and now a crease. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face, and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. You can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Brissett. He goes full extension, and he's got it. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. It's complete to Diggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Carolina, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.